We are recording now. Theme song, theme song, theme song.
When wife gives you lemons. I got in trouble. I got in trouble, all right?
You fixed it.
Well, you got me in trouble. I was going to sing that, but then I was late. I was looking at my phone. Where's my notes?
I got you in trouble with me. Do you realize how silly that sounds?
Yeah.
So how was your week?
Well, you were with me for most of it, so it wasn't so bad, other than I did get to race my little toy cars, which was fun.
Right.
It's always fun when you can kind of win. I'm sorry, I had to do that. I had an itch.
No, it's not you.
I had an itch in the ear. What are you're looking at?
I'm just looking, like, you don't pick up as well as I do. This is me talking, and then for some reason, you just are not picking up like you should. You're flat.
Well, how was that? Is that any better?
That's a lot better, actually.
So I got to be up in it?
Yeah, you really do. You have to, like, your lips have to, like, kind of touch it, like, gracefully, like, sensually. You're so gross. Stop fucking the mic. Okay.
I wasn't fucking the mic.
Well, not.
I was mouth touching the mic.
Okay. Well, your mouth when it touches things.
Don't use my mic if anybody ever borrows it or anything.
Don't.
I just stuck my mouth on it.
Well, but it sounds better, and that's where you should be, is up on it. Up on it. I think that's a song.
No, it's more like get down on
That's
it.
what I was thinking. Diddle,
Get down
diddle,
on it.
diddle, diddle.
I think I got to sneeze.
Well, do you want to talk?
Hold on, I'm going to sneeze.
Okay.
Wait, ready? Oh my gosh, it's coming.
Don't sneeze on the mic.
Well, I'm not going to.
Such a pussy sneeze.
I'm back.
Since we've been together, I've been disappointed in the output of your sneezes.
Well, when I let her rip, you're like, oh my God.
Well, because you're all,
No, and then
Like,
so
you
I hold
sound
it
like
in. But when I do sneeze like a real person, and you're like, oh my God, that was too much. Or Jesus.
No, you sound like a porcupine queefing.
I've never heard a porcupine queef.
Well, when
What
you...
is it? Is that what it sounds like?
Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like, is when you sneeze and you hold it in and you're all...
So Joy's out in the wild. Look, there's a porcupine.
It's going to queef.
Oh my God, it's getting ready to queef.
And then you sneeze and I'm like, oh, it queefed. And then you're like, nah, babe, don't call me babe. You just... sneeze.
Babe. Come on, babe.
Ugh. I could not be in one of those marriages. You know what
I love
else?
you, babe.
You know what else I don't like is when people sit on the same side at a restaurant. It drives me bananas.
One time I worked with a guy once, and I was like, I fucking hate people that do that. And he's all, I do that.
I have a couple patients
And
that
I was
do
like, why?
that. Do you remember?
He's all, why not? And I'm like, I don't know.
Do you remember when we were at Red Robin and those two people were sitting in that tiny, tiny booth on the same side, and they looked so miserable?
That kind of made me think about the dude and waiting. Well, hell, it's our anniversary. Let her go ahead and get a Pepsi.
But they looked miserable, and there was a whole side across from them that they could have just went to.
Right? And you could just have like a space for your plate, your hands,
right?
Oh my God!
For your ranch dressing,
you could play footsies and like giggle and stuff back and forth and look at each other and throw eyes and not like sit next to each other and be like, her.
When was the last time you and I have ever played footsies
or thrown eyes
or I don't even know what thrown eyes means. I thought you said thrown ice for a second. I was like,
well, we've done that.
Food fight, ice fight.
Well, I mean that was like back in like when. You know, we're young and stuff. You don't remember that stuff.
We were never young. So do you want to get down to the main thing that's happened this week, or do you want to talk about
What's the main thing that's happened this week?
The fact that 2 out of our 3 children have walked in on us having sex this week.
Well, one caught me in you.
No. You were in me at both times.
Oh, was I?
Yeah. Brody.
Whoops.
Brody and Caleb.
I mean, we were... No, well...
Yeah. Brody unlocked the door.
Yeah, Brody just... And we forgot to lock the door.
And I told you, when you... With Caleb one, I was like, the kids are going to walk in. The kids are going to walk in. And you were all... And sure the fuck enough. But did you notice last night Caleb knocked on our door before he came in?
I think we won. think we finally won.
And the worst part about it is I was so embarrassed I couldn't stop laughing because I was just like, oh my God. The one with Caleb, we were both on our sides. So it was...
yeah, right.
Yeah, for the Brody one, you were mounted.
Yeah, that one was pretty rough.
Have you ever walked in on your parents having sex?
You know what? I can't remember.
Really?
Like, if I have, I don't know because I blanked it out. But I know that I've used the same adult tricks that they used. As
my God, you paused way too long for that.
Well, no, I meant like, we got to talk about Christmas presents. I remember hearing those when I was a kid, and now I look back and I'm like, oh, you sons of bitches.
They were fucking.
You sons of bitches.
The only time I remember walking in on my parents is I didn't really walk in. They were locked in their room like they always were. My parents were always absent, kind of like we are right now. And I had a jungle gym outside my parents' bedroom, and I was playing on it, and their blinds were open, and my mom's legs were like spread in a V, and I was sitting on top of the jungle gym like blinking like holy shit. And then my dad got so mad and he thought I was a pervert, and I was like, I was just playing outside. And then
scarring.
It's so scar. I've also caught my dad masturbating, which that is the most scarring thing I've ever walked in on.
Probably we shouldn't have wanted to put that one out.
Everybody masturbates, right? It was awful.
I'm sure he doesn't want to know about.
Like, he listens. He's never even read one of my books. He doesn't even know how many books I have out. He also doesn't know he doesn't know I do comedy, and he's been to one of my comedy shows. So
Touche.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, that one was awful though. And I walked in to him, and I straight up was all, ew, because I just couldn't stop. It was awful. It was the worst.
Like Grandma's Boy. I can't stop coming.
I don't know. It was at their new house, and he was in the living room, and I was going to the kitchen, and I don't know where my mom was probably at work, and I was like, ew, and then I just, so there's that.
I wonder you don't ever want to go there.
So yeah, that was, and then I once thought I caught Adam masturbating, but he was just reading Harry Potter.
I know, that was funny.
He was so mad. He like threw it under the covers, and I'm all, what? Are you masturbating? And he's all, no. And then he pulled the book out. He didn't want me to know that he was reading it.
Probably should. Yeah, I was. I swear, yeah, I was.
I was masturbating. Yeah, sure. So have you caught anyone ever having sex? Like friends or?
I mean, okay, so I remember when we were kids, one of my buddy's brothers, he was always getting ass in high school. Like, I mean, he was always getting ass. He was like a little guitar guy, and he was an older brother. And he would always bring him home, and the parents were always at work. His mom was a nurse. His dad worked at an airport or something. So they were always gone.
Right.
And then his brother's door was cracked, and he was doing his girlfriend. And me and my two buddies, we were hanging out, and they're like, dude, let's go look. So we were sneaking up the stairs, and then somebody tripped somebody, and they fell into the bedroom.
Oh, shit.
While they were doing it, and everybody's like, ah! We took off running, a bunch of little teenagers go running. It was bad. We were little 12-year-old kids probably then. Junior hires.
This one time
he chased us all over the house.
Was he
his
naked?
Little hard pee-pee, yeah.
This one time I watched one of my aunt's houses. They were gone on vacation, and me and my friend Renee were going through my cousin's room, and we found his girlfriend's lingerie, and we were giggling. It was like, ew.
That's hilarious. And I remember I told a buddy one time, like, because pre-cell phone, of course.
Right.
It's like, hey, man, I'm coming over. And they were like, okay. He's like, okay. And I was on my way. And so I got there, and you, like, had to, like, go through his garage and, like, up some stairs. Like, he had, like, lived above this garage thing. And
okay.
He was still at home with his parents, but he had this cool setup. I mean, as far as teenagers go, that place was fucking sweet.
Okay.
Like, we always hung out there, whole groups of us. So anyway,
Were you singing Beastie Boys?
no, so that was past, that's an episode ago. So anyway, so we go in, or so I go over to his house, and you go through his garage. I open the garage, and I was kind of loud to let him know I was coming, because you don't want to, sneak up on somebody, because there was no door other than the garage, and then you come upstairs.
Okay.
Like, I stomped on the stairs and kind of made extra noise on the stairs, like I was coming up, and I got to the top and, like, looked over, and he looks over, and he's got a handful of dick in his hand, and he's all, oh! And then I was like, I'll give you a second. And it got real quiet. And then we hung out, we sat down, we smoked some pot, where he's sitting there, and we're all quiet, and he goes, man, I can't believe you caught me.
You're all, I didn't try.
And I go, no, bro, and I was like, nah, dude, it's cool. It happens. We all do it. Everybody, it happens. And, you got caught. You're cool. I'm not going to talk about it. Here I am on a podcast. I'll do it. And then I saw a fucking handful of dick.
And he was in the garage.
I mean, he might have been in the vinegar strip. Looking at me as it happened. It was weird.
You know who else I've caught masturbating is our oldest. That was awful.
Yeah, let's not tell that one. That was nasty.
That
one's a little too far. I don't think we should tell that one.
It's because you're scared of him.
I don't even want to know that one. I don't even want to talk about that
one. All right. Fine. But what do you do when you catch your kids masturbating? I call you.
I don't know.
I flustered you.
Yeah, that is.
This is like a relationship kid-parent podcast, and you're like, I don't want to talk about that.
You know what? It's just because he's older, so I have the visual of an older kid, and it's gross.
No, he was 10. Oh my God!
You told me he was so angry at it.
He was, and his brother was in the bed with him.
Well, his brother didn't know.
No, he was a baby. I was pregnant with Brody. It was the day after Father's Day because we were in a hotel room. Okay, obviously John can't handle that. So,
what about not handling that?
Handling it. Oh, speaking of handling, I think I told you, I was behind a guy the other day, and he was doing 20 in a 45, and I was coming home, and I just wanted to come home. I was so tired and so hungry.
And grumpy.
And grumpy, because that's what happens when you're tired and hungry.
And grumpy.
Not the fucking 7 dwarfs. All of them?
Well, you're sleepy for sure. You're definitely grumpy. I mean, you're at least 2 of them.
I'm joy, not happy. You're such a cock sometimes. You know that? Anyways,
Are we going to fight?
Yeah, I'm kind of, yes. You don't let me talk about what I want to talk about because you're like, anyways,
I didn't say you couldn't talk about
I was behind him and I yelled at him. It's not even going to be funny anymore. Like, you ruined everything. Anyways.
So you yelled at the guy who was doing 20.
I was yelling at the guy and I said, what are you doing? Twiddling your dick? And then while I passed him, I was like, fucking dick twiddler. And then it made me laugh because I was like, what the fuck's a dick twiddler? So apparently I now yell at people when I'm behind the car and call them dick twiddlers. And that is my new thing, is a dick twiddler.
And I want to know what the definition of a dick twiddler is.
Somebody who's driving 20 in a 45 that I'm behind when I want to go home.
But when you think of a dick twiddler, do you think of like the visual of that, like if I'm like insert thumbs and twiddle bag, I figure, my thumb is wrapping up my bag and kind of.
Well, if I was thinking about it, do you remember that guy on Kill Tony that talked about how he masturbated basically by
slapping his
penis
back?
That
was the weirdest shit I ever heard in my life.
It's a super nice guy, actually. I've talked to him. We've done open mics together. But that's kind of what I would think a dick twiddler would be. Okay. Either that or they use their dick as another thumb and they just kind of roll it around. I don't know. It made me laugh. I wasn't going to think that I needed to give a definition of it. It just made me giggle.
What is that thing? What do you do with the wood? You don't twiddle the wood, do you? What do you do?
Whittle. A whittle. And the reason I know whittle is because of the Pauly Shore movie, Son-in-Law.
And he was whittling.
He whittles with the grandpa, and he's like, "Can I whittle wood with you?" And then he gets a log, and the grandpa's like, "Fucking idiot!" And that's probably my favorite and only movie I like of Pauly Shore's. No, I like In the Army Now.
Okay, so I forgot to tell you this great. Well, no, I didn't forget. I actually wrote it down because I wanted to tell you about it.
Okay.
It's actually very funny. So I went to the store the other day. It might have even been yesterday when I went grocery shopping. So I pull up to the light, and the light's kind of taking a long time, left-hand turn light. And we're just sitting there, just kind of hanging out and waiting for the light. And then I don't know if the guy thought it was taking too long or whatever. I don't know what was happening. All I know is this dude gets out of his car in front of me and turns around and looks at me and gives me like I don't know, or like what's up,
The hands,
like the hands up, like what's up. And as an old dude, he's got to be like 70, and I'm not sure if he's telling me the light won't change green, and he's like, I don't know what's happening, and I look up and the light turns green, and I just point at the light, and he looks at me and goes, oh, and gives me a thumbs up and jumps in his car and drives off.
Like you did it.
I was all, wow, that was strange. And he like hung this thumbs up like out the window for like a minute. Like, I mean, like a full 60 seconds of full on thumbs up.
You had an adopted grandpa for like a second.
I thought he wanted to fight. It's like, fuck, this is going to be like a jujitsu grandpa that's going to beat the brakes off me.
That'd be funny. I'd pay to watch that. So I had a weird thing happen. I massaged. It was on Tuesday because Maria was there, because I was all, Maria, I got to ask you this. So I massaged someone, and when I was making the bed, I took the sheets off, and she had put my tip under the sheets.
That's weird.
Like under both sheets, not just the top sheet, like under the top and bottom sheet.
Was it a scavenger hunt?
I don't know. I almost wonder if it was like do you really change the sheets like they do in the hotel rooms? Like when people put, you know how people put
like she was going to look for the money when she came back the next time?
I don't know. No, because I ended up doing her family that whole day. Like I did 3
Maybe
of
she
her.
was like, I put $10 underneath the second sheet. Tell me if it's gone.
I don't know. It was very weird, and I didn't feel comfortable about it. And I was like, okay. I mean, I've had some weird ways of getting tips, but I think that one was the weirdest tip I ever got. I don't know. Also, I'm stupid because somebody was telling me about Blue Lives Matter, and I swear to God they were talking about Smurfs. I was like, what the fuck? I did not understand, because I think because I massage more sheriffs than I do LAPD, like, they're brown. They're khaki. So wouldn't it be khaki lives matter? Like Jake from State Farm? I don't know, but they kept saying Blue Lives Matter, and I was like, are you talking about Smurfs? And they thought I was very dumb, and I felt pretty dumb. So that was my week, basically. Basically, it was just getting caught having sex by 2 of our children. 2 different times, by the way.
2 different days.
2 different days.
Check me out.
Yeah, that you're a hero there.
All 4 minutes of it.
I was trying to think if I've ever like walked in on anybody else having sex, because I know there's got to be more stories that I have about like blowjobs. I mean, when I dated this strip club DJ, I saw a lot of shit, but I don't know. Anything else? You got anything else?
No, not really. You know, I did the other day, and I was so excited about coming home, and I drove in the driveway, and you were still home, and it was on Friday. Was it Friday?
No, I left early Friday.
Then it was Thursday. So Thursday, anyway. Well, one of the days I came home, and you were home already. And I came around the corner, and I was excited to be home, and I was excited you guys were home, and I was like, oh, that's exciting. And I came around the corner in my car, and I fucking like got all excited, and I like wiggled, and I was like, oh my God, did I just wag my tail like a dog because I was home? It was the weirdest thing.
That is weird.
Right? I was like, ooh.
Everybody's home.
And then I was like, you know what? Maybe, because I do like to be scratched.
You do. You like your ears scratched. Yeah, like I still feel
weird, right?
I still feel I'm wife of the year because for the past 16 years, I have scratched your back.
If we take out the days you haven't, I mean, we're probably looking at like more like 14.
Okay, 14 years.
Well, then you got to make up a couple.
You've got to make up a couple. I think the days I haven't back scratched you to the days that I've had to catch you later, I think we're even. Actually, I think I win.
Oh, by a long way.
Oh, yeah. Although you have a catch me later right now because I don't turn you on anymore.
No.
And you couldn't.
Mm-mm. Well, it's not that. I got close like 72 times. We've been caught like 17 times. Everything's like edgy. It's like, did you hear that? Was that a dog or was that the ceiling fan? Shh. What was that?
That is true. Like Mitzi kind of ruined
It's kind
it.
of hard to get in a rhythm when you're, you know.
And our bed was really squeaky the other night too. I don't know if you noticed that. Our bed was super squeaky.
No, we'll have to lube it up. Lube it up in the move.
Lube is an ugly word. I don't like the word lube.
We're going to de-squeak it.
Okay. I don't like the word cream. I think cream is the nastiest word.
Moist cream.
I can handle moist. I can handle damp.
So someone's like, oh, took the cream.
I don't. Yeah, like
You
somebody.
like cream in your coffee?
That's gross. Like that gave me goosebumps. I don't know. I don't like the word cream. I think because like people are like, oh, put more cream on my back. And I'm like, ew, no. Did you know there's a band named Cream?
Yeah.
I didn't. I just made that up.
Yeah, there was. You never heard of Cream?
I think I must have because it came in my head.
Some of the best music ever put out.
By
in
Cream?
In the 70s.
Oh,
yeah.
that's such a nasty word. Ew. I would never put that in any of the books that I've written. Ghostwriting, anything. Cream is gross. Like Josh, when I massage him, he calls it back sauce, the lotion. He's like, put some more back sauce on me. And like,
back sauce.
that's what he calls it. He did it in the Happy Endings podcast. But, oh yeah, I also had a dream that I cheated on you. So that was there. That was fucked
I hope
up.
it was worth it.
I don't know who it was with. I didn't even get that part. All I got was
You just got some straight up strange dick.
yeah, I don't know. And all I know is I was like, this isn't me. I don't cheat. I'm not a cheater. I never have been. I don't like cheaters. But in the dream, I was like, oh, fuck, I did. And that messed with my head more than when I dreamed about you cheating on me. Because I'm like, I know you won't, but there's like, a chance maybe. But for me, I know that's not who I am. So it
That's
just,
not who I am.
I know, but like, I don't know. I'm annoying, obviously. You get mad at me a lot. So
Oh, you're always mad at me too.
well, that's just because I have a vagina. That's different. We're angry little creatures. We have vagina trolls that make us angry. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
You just kind of went into some weird alternate dimension of pussy trolls.
I did. Movies is still in LA, and I would like to go there.
That would be fun.
I think that would be super cool. It's probably expensive as fuck, but
Everything's expensive as fuck right now.
Little Tony from the Comedy Store Kitchen went, and that would be cool. I think that's all I have written down. I don't know.
That's kind of all I have. I mean, you didn't really have a whole lot other than the kids and the dude jumping out of his car, and I raced my toy cars. I won my race, by the way. That was pretty awesome.
That's hot. Did you have trophy girls?
Yeah. Umbrella girls and stuff, hanging out with
Mask girls.
grown chubby overweight men and their fucking kids playing RC cars.
I worked a lot this week. And the doctors are in Cancun right now, so
Ooh, I just passed my probationary period at work,
that's
which is super
true.
awesome. That kind of throws me into like a good spot or a better spot. Anyway.
it throws you in a very good spot because once you're union,
Yeah,
it takes a lot to get rid of you.
Well, unless they do cutbacks. Go cutbacks, yay! No.
I thought you said cup backs. I was like, what the fuck's a cup back?
That's that, like, what do they call that? Cups or whatever, and they stick them on people's backs and they make those cup marks.
It's called cupping. Yes. It's
I'm cupping everywhere. Oh my God, there's cupping. Oh.
lymphatic cupping. Now
Did you say cumping? Oh my God.
didn't.
What is that? Is that like humping and coming at the same time?
I don't know.
Humping?
So you know what's funny though is when I massage people, they freak out because when I massage you, your lymphatic system starts moving and you get a really stuffy nose or a runny nose, depending. And people are like, I don't know why. Every time I get a massage, I'm like, no, that's normal. But it's funny that they freak out.
All my orifices are leaking everywhere.
Oh God, they're creaming. Ugh. Oh, that's
Gooch
so
grease everywhere.
Gooch grease.
Truffle
That would be
butter
a-
and gooch grease.
Gooch Grease is a great name for a band.
That would
Like,
be
I
good.
almost want to put Gooch Grease in the next Jack Holes book.
That would be good. Like in some sort of opening bands called Gooch
Yeah,
Grease.
because they go to fest. This one, I'm done with it. So I tried to get my editor to edit it because I still need to read it and go over it first before I send it to an editor. But my editor, because so many people are out of work, I booked her for October 15th.
Damn, that's a ways out.
Yeah, almost to the
Well,
point.
actually, it's not that long.
It's long enough where I'm almost thinking about hiring another editor for Leap of Fate and then writing another book and having you did not just fart. Oh my
Did you
God.
hear that?
Yes. I heard it and I watched your face do it. Oh my God.
Excuse me?
No, you don't get it that. You don't
You don't get it, that?
you don't get it that.
What is it I'm getting at?
I don't know.
It was an accident.
No, it wasn't. Oh my God.
I didn't expect it to be loud.
So
Ish.
I work out with this lady. I don't know who she is, but she's in one of the Zoom classes. And she was like, I get so mad at my husband because he farts around me all the time. And she was like, I just don't want him to fart around me. And I was thinking, fuck, I live with 4 boys. That's all I'm around is fart. They
Oh my
fart
God, I've
more
made
than they
you
talk to
cry.
me. Yes, you have made me cry.
From farts.
Yeah, and you were proud.
That's like a legend status type shit.
Fart. Not shit, fart.
If I was like, listen, dude, I made someone cry from a fart, they'd be like, God damn, dude, that's special. And they would. Ask any man. They'd be like, that's some fucking real deal shit right there.
I don't even know where to go from this. Like,
There's no transition
there really isn't. It was just, we're at 27 minutes and we just talked about farts and
Penises and farts.
masturbating and getting caught having sex.
God,
I hope, like,
it's pathetic.
what would be really cool though is like, I really wish we had more of an audience because I would love to find out like other people's
Stories
of
You know
catching.
what's funny is you're gonna get one right on your page. It's gonna be all, oh, and there was this one time, and it's all, love you, honey, and you're like, oh, mom.
or my dad. This one time my daughter walked in and she said, ew.
I was done though. It's cool.
Oh, I don't even want to know. I didn't know what to do. Like I stopped and I was like, ew. And then like I was like, do I go in the kitchen? I think I did. I think I ran into the kitchen, which made
Like,
it
hood
worse.
for a second, like hid.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, ew, ew. Ugh. Oh my god, I could tell. Not. Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much that I could tell you about my dad and porn. It's just a lot. And that is how I grew up. Do.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah, we'll do that next time, maybe.
And we'll get into more of that.
We'll get, something else will come out. And
We'll get into more other stuff.
yeah,
We can always get into stuff.
we can always get into stuff. There's more stuff to get into.
I'm sure I got more stories about doing stupid shit.
I was going to say, do you have any stories that I don't know that you can think
I
of?
have thousands.
Because we're at 29 minutes. We could end with a good one, or we can just
Let me
end.
think here. I mean, I'm trying to think of like really stupid ones that I'm willing to put out there yet. I'd have to go through my list.
Okay.
There's a lot.
All right.
Maybe
Well,
we should end it. I'll think about it. I'll put up a good one next week.
all right. Well, if anybody's listening and you've walked in on
Hey,
your
one of 'em.
parents or your friends or anything, please email me. I would love to hear it, or catch me on any of our social media, which I don't want to list right now because none of you guys will find us anyway.
It's not even a none of you guys. Hey, you, listener, tell us a story.
Please.
Let's see what happens.
This was a pretty pathetic episode. I feel bad.
I know, we really let this one down.
Yeah, we screwed the
Well, we
pooch on
started
this
out
one.
okay, then we had the downside. We had to stop for a minute.
Yeah, we did have a fight in the
Because
middle
we had
of
a
it.
fight and we had to stop and erase it and start over again. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't know if you guys can tell where the transition was, but there was at least 20 minutes where I had to cut it out because we were fighting.
Well, yeah.
So
We just didn't agree on something. It happens.
and
I know,
then-
this was a fucking shitty episode. I would have turned this episode off in minute 3.
No, it would have
Okay, I
been
would've
minute
made it-
14.
okay, a
'Cause
minute-
that's when we started fighting.
Minute 15, I would have turned this motherfucker off.
Well, we're gonna turn
And then
it
there
off
was a
now.
couple of funny ones right around 20 and 22, but that's about it. And after that, we're just kind of sitting here. We're like dirty
It's bad.
dirt.
Like, we want people to listen to this. We've got to stop being like, "Rah, rah, rah."
What did you just
I
do?
don't know. I don't know. Ready? Theme song, theme song, theme song. Wait, we did that in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Goodbye.
We'll try again next week.
You gonna say goodbye?
I said good day.
Okay.